Hey guys, today I'm going to be teaching you how to solve the 2x2 Rubik's Cube. So I have done this before, I've actually done it 2 times before, but the reason I'm doing it again is because one, I think my overall explanation will be better, and two, I made a realization that there's an easier way to solve the last layer than I was teaching before. So without further ado, let's go on and scramble up the cube. First off, I just want to say that if you're one of those people who knows how to solve 3x3, I will be putting 3x3 notation up on the screen for every algorithm I teach, which isn't a lot, by the way. But if you don't know what notation is yet or anything like that, and you see it and you don't understand it, that's fine, just follow along with what I'm saying. So the first step is to find a corner piece with white on it, and it can be anywhere around the cube. If there's two attached like this, and that's just fine, you can just find those two like that. You can technically start on any color, but for beginning purposes, I'm going to be doing white the whole entire time. Once you locate your white piece, you're going to just put it on top. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at the two colors that are on this white corner piece here. And it's green and red. So in this example, I would find another white piece that also has green and red on it. And so first you want to just look on the bottom layer to see if there's another white piece with green and red on it, or green or red. And I found it right here. So there's a white, orange, and green piece, and the two greens match up, so that's good. So what you're going to want to do is, it happens to already be in the same spot as it would go up. But what you're going to do is you're going to locate the piece and drag it to where it would be, so that these two, the two colors that you want to match up, would line up. So for example, I can see that if I were to put this piece here, the green would match up. But if I were to put this piece here, it wouldn't match up because the matching colors are on opposite sides now. So you're just going to put it in the right location, and you're going to do this sequence of moves. And just keep doing those 4 moves over and over again until it goes into the spot. And you can see now we have this block right here. So we're going to go on, and now we just want to find a white piece that has either red or orange on it because the screen is already made. So right here we have a white piece with blue and red, so the red would match up. So we're going to drag it over to its correct location, just like before. And we see that these two reds would match up because when I put this piece here, the reds match up. If I were to put it here, there's no red or blue on this side to match up with. So right here, and do the algorithm until it goes in. And then you can just move on to the last one, which for me happens to be blue and orange. And you see that blue and orange both matches up right here. Do the algorithm. You might have seen this type of case when I was showing the examples, but if you have this type of case here where you're just doing the algorithm trying to get this piece in, so the white's here and it's, rotate around, and you happen to come across this where a different piece comes in, that doesn't matter. As long as it doesn't match up and it's not correct at all, you just keep going, and eventually the correct piece will go in. So that also goes along with just make sure at all times you're making a ring instead of just making a side. That meaning you don't just want to make the white, you also want all these colors around to match up. For example, this is not correct. And if you happen to have this type of case, you want to take any of these incorrect pieces here, take one of them out by doing the algorithm once, and then find the new location for the piece. So it's right here, and then you can put the other piece in after that. So yeah, there's a few more cases, but I'm not going to show them because once you know the technique of how to take a piece out of the wrong place, you basically can use that for any sort of weird case you get. So moving on to the second layer, you're going to get 1 out of 3 different types of cases. The first type of case is that if you see, just with, turning the top layer a few times, if you see that each one of the corner pieces on the top layer lines up with the corner on the bottom layer, and each one goes with it. It doesn't matter how it's rotated or anything, as long as the colors on top line up with the ones on bottom. So, you know, orange and green, orange and green. Red and green, red and green. Red and blue, just like this. So that's one case, which means that you completely skip this step. Another case is that you get it just by turning the top again, so that one piece is lined up like this with the same colors, but all the other pieces don't, because, you know, blue and orange, blue and red, green and orange, orange and blue, just like that. So you can see that this is the only one with the same color, with the colors corresponding here. And the last case is that you have two diagonal to match up, so these colors match up and these colors match up, but these two don't. They need to be swapped. So let's first start off with the one matching up case. Now, obviously, in this situation, the colors actually line up, but if this was rotated this way, and it would still be fine. By the way, if you find that two next to each other match up like this, that's the same thing as one matching up. You just have to turn the top until one matches up like this. And what you're gonna do is this algorithm. And if that didn't solve it completely, just do it again, but in this case, it did solve it. One way I like to remember it is by, basically what I'm doing is I'm just moving the top, bringing this side up this way, this side up this way, and then kind of reversing that. So for the second case, it might also look like this, where it looks like none of them match up, but as long as you just turn the layer, there will be, you know, two across from each other that will match up, which are these two in this case. But yeah, so it might look like none match up from this kind of standpoint. This one has the color that matches up, and this one also have colors that match up. And in this case, you do basically the exact same thing, but you can do it from any point of view here, and it'll lead on to the case I just did. So yeah, the same algorithm. And now you'll have the other case we did before. There's only one algorithm to finish that step. For the final step, it's actually, in my opinion, the easiest step out of all of them, because you already know the sequence of moves you have to do. Basically, all you're gonna do is, first of all, just make sure that all the pieces are lined up how you want them to, so all the colors correspond and everything. And what you're gonna do now is just pick any corner that doesn't have yellow on the top. So in this case, all my corners don't have yellow on them, so I can just pick any one. But if, let's just say this one did have yellow on it, I could just turn the top, and it would switch to this one. Now, all you're gonna do is algorithm for the first layer until each yellow corner faces up, so just like this. So I'm gonna do the algorithm. Makes yellow here, so I'm gonna turn it. And makes it right here, turn it. Here, turn it. And that is completely solved. So I'm just gonna do this one more time if that was confusing. So yeah, put a non-yellow top corner piece here. Algorithm. Until it makes it, turn, and yeah, in that case I only had to do two. But yeah, anyway, thanks so much for watching this video. I really hope you learned how to solve the 2x2. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.